Hi. I think of life. What?
Pick the sign up.
It won't be docked up on your time.
Hey, don't worry, we haven't started it yet. And
Great. I'm Duckhead. You might have seen some scenes that I wrote for here before. These are Duck Thoughts. I think of life as a performance constantly because when I'm not on stage, I actually have a lot of trouble expressing myself. So without further ado, here are some Duck Thoughts. The fear of being a writer for me is the illusion of being genuine. In that I write so many original works that I myself am completely hollow. Seth MacFarlane-shaped vessel, if you will, of meaningless jokes and references full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. You're a theater nerd if you get that reference. A caged bird that only sings Maroon 5. Q107 tweet, if you will.
Oh, boy.
You see, I can stand up here all night and rant and joke about whatever I want, and most of you might listen because I'm on stage and have this beautiful, open wave of communication, but even if I were to reach out right now and interact genuinely with one of you, how long is stage charm going to last in the real world, honestly? The fear of being a writer for me is that as a person, I'm as two-dimensional as the words that I write. That beneath puns and satire, the mind that wrote them is ordinary. That is my least favorite word. Ordinary. God forbid anyone is ordinary. Do you know what ordinary means in Latin? Fucking boring. The fear of being a writer, for me, is that somewhere in Douglas, Wyoming, there is a really overly tan white male named Joey Bennett who writes sketch comedy like I do. And he saves up his money, and he kisses his lover/cousin goodbye, and he heads off to Chicago 3 months before I do. And he takes the town by storm. I mean, this guy is the Gordon Ramsay of getting work. He's at every audition, he knows every agent, he's sucking the dick of any guy who even claims to be a casting director. So I get there, and for some reason the entire population of Chicago has presented itself instantly to tell me, we don't need you anymore. And right at that moment, Joey Bennett comes out with a harem of women who inexplicably look like every girl I've ever even remotely cared about. My mother and the actual Orlando Bloom, the only male celebrity who could pay me to sleep with him. They just assemble into this ancient Greco-style orgy right there, on the street, in the rain. I don't know why the rain makes it worse. In my mind, I think maybe it's raining lubricant. Like God is supporting this epic middle finger to my hopes and dreams. And the worst part is that at that moment in my life, I am at such a low point, I join in to the ancient Greco orgy of sadness and shame. The fear of being a writer for me is to write a million words and for none of them to do a damn thing. Now, they don't have to stop a bullet or anything, words aren't Superman, but I believe that when they're timed correctly, words can do amazing, surprising things. So for me to hope that some of my words will do something for someone someday seems like a fair thing to ask. But the best part of being a writer is reading your words to people open to them, with no distractions, with no preconceived notions, with people just hearing your words. And sometimes they'll agree with you, and other times they'll think exactly the opposite of you, but it doesn't matter, because they're engaging you, honestly, whether they like it or not. And they might not be vocal about it. You probably won't even know that they were engaging you, but they will. And it will mean something to them. And I think that's beautiful. Thank you.